other came out of pocket towards you, check that shit right then and there. There's a way about doing it. You don't have to come off like, as aggressive as I come off. Like when I'm talking to you, like you don't have to come off like that. You can sit and, yo, this is what it is. You did this. I felt this particular way about it, whatever. Like there's definitely a way to handle it, but you don't let that shit slide off and use the, oh, I love the missing excuse. Fuck out of here. I don't want to hear that. I don't.
There's so many more layers to it than that, though.
See,
Some people don't even have,
I don't.
There's so many more layers to it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, there's a lot of layers.
People don't even have the self-confidence to even, stand up for themselves.
I mean, yeah, but...
It's emotional manipulation, too.
They start with the emotional manipulation first, and then they go for the physical manipulation. They bring you down, make you feel like you're nothing, and then after you're there, they start doing the actual abuse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds super bad. I was just talking about like misdirecting your emotions to other things. But
yeah, one of my friends is in a toxic relationship where she is emotionally abused, and she lives with him now, and I can't do anything about it.
She's gonna be pregnant soon.
Yo, call her real quick.
No, they don't even have...
No, I'm saying she's gonna get pregnant soon because...
No, but that's the thing that I was saying when it comes to my sisters and stuff like that. I get it. If, like, when it comes to, like, how you feel about yourself, it's gonna sound crazy and then you may feel like the only one. You're not. All of us feel shitty. None of us feel like we know, like... None of us feel secure in what we're doing, how we look. We just kind of just put clothes on and we just go and deal with it. But it's like, so now you're in the situation where you live with this guy and it's bad for you. What happens when you get pregnant? So now it's a motherfucker like me who has to be dad and take care of the rest of the kids you have because you're not emotionally able to take care of it. You know what I mean?
Or even getting them pregnant is a way to trap them in a relationship because it's like, how are you going to support yourself by helping you out?
Exactly. I'm saying it's like,
they make you dependent.
But at the same time, I just feel that when you see it, when eventually, however long it takes you, if it takes you towards like, if it takes you to when you're being held hostage in the back room or whenever, don't say I didn't see it. There's no way. There's no way to me.
If you saw it, you just didn't want to think that
somebody
that you wouldn't want to think somebody that you love and care about so much could do something like that to you.
Like when it comes down to it, I respect the whole. I saw it, but I felt like I can change it, or I made a bad call. I respect that because we all make messed up decisions. But to say, oh, it was so perfect, he was great, out of nowhere. He just threw me in the room and just padlocked the door.
Don't feed me that. I know you bullshit. I know you are. Don't feed me that bullshit.
Exactly.
Like I said, I understand the layers of manipulation. I get it. But my whole thing is just like... It's the same thing that I was asking everyone. Everyone who came to invent me. At what point did you start sacrificing? Like, at what point? It's the same shit. It's the same shit that I asked my sister when she exploded last year. Is this motherfucker worth it? You out here, you acting all the way out of character. You just exploded in G's bathroom and like you crying your fucking face up. I'm looking at my sister. I'm like, yo, you remind me back in summer 2015 when I called you talking about, yo, come get me before I do some shit that I regret. And I'm like going left. Like, at what point is this person that you telling me that you got all this love and you got all this affection for, that are they worth it? Do you really feel like this person loves you if like you're doing this? I'm looking at my sister, I'm like, yo, I don't recognize you at all. Like the same shit that you was telling me years ago, I'm giving right back to you. I don't know me, G, nor Davion. We're looking at you like, who the fuck are you? Is this person worth it? Is this can you really look me in the face and matter of fact, fuck looking me in the face. Can you really like look yourself in the mirror and say, this motherfucker that you claim to love, you have all this extra, all this feeling for, are they worth you stressing out like this? You going out of pocket like this? Like, I understand the emotional aspect to it, the physical aspect, because that's what my sister was going through. But I was really like, yo, Jess, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Come on, son. At a certain point, you gotta make the stand.
Yeah, you're thinking about like all 3 months right now.
Does anybody want a taco?
Sure.
I'm good.
I'll take one.
I could bring it up if you both want one.
I want a drink.
Shrimp on that.
Or one for us.
Shrimp on that.
You said you're good?
I'm good. I want to drink.
Like,
Oh,
yeah, what the fuck? You been sitting here the whole time. You know damn well you're not a guest in this place. The fuck? I
just figured while she was asking, I figured to see if I can like.
You a whole ass nigga. Jesus, I want to drink. You a whole ass. But yeah, like I said, I understand that, but I'm like, yo. In the same breath that I can understand, there's layers and people manipulate you and they do fuck shit. I also understand that, like, yo, there's a point in time where you have to realize it.
But that's the thing
to yourself that you know how you want to be treated and you're going to have to let motherfuckers know.
No, but that's the thing I'm saying. When it comes down to it, people are going to do whatever they can to get what they want. You got to understand that the same way you have a goal and you have an objective, even if your goal and your objective is to love that person, that is a goal and an objective. You got to understand that their objective may be different from yours. My whole point is, I'm not mad at somebody for trying to do what they can do to get what they're trying to get. We all do what we got to do to get whatever we got to get. But when you realize that that's not for you and that's not what you want, you have to hold it down for you. Like, if you don't want to get raped, stop bending over. Like, my dude, like you keep putting yourself in the position. Like, you gotta be. I'm cool with it. I'm willing to. I'm standing on it. My name is Corey. I'm standing on it.
That's the hill. In the words of the joke, motherfucker. That's the hill.
I'm standing on that.
Shit.
Like, it sounds fucked up, but it's like.
Stop bending over. Oh my god. Ooh. So what about the people who aren't bending over and people just come out of just out of
No, dude, if we're talking literal, then that's different. If you're outpowered, but I'm talking about when it comes to. Okay. If somebody like you ever heard like that old saying, you get me once, shame on you, get me twice, shame on me, type shit. It's the same shit.
Carly, you
it's
can
like
make it. I set it up
when you see it, like the second that you see it, like the second you start picking up on it, you're responsible for it now because you see it.
Okay.
And it's like
you had a choice in
I feel bad for people that go through abusive situations or people that talk down on them, and like it does bring your confidence down. It does fuck you up. But the second you realize it, the second you see it, it's like it's your fault now.
Because you can, Because you keep putting. Because I look at it like that. Yeah, exactly. That's. Okay, so we're saying the same thing. Yeah. Because I look at it, I'm just like I said, like I was saying, I understand that. I understand, they'll beat you into confidence and make you dependent on it. I get that. But at the same time, are you going to keep letting these motherfuckers talk you crazy and make you feel this sort of way, or are you going to say something? You're going to say something to them? Or if you don't feel comfortable saying something to them, are you going to talk to a friend? Like, because I can't. You have a whole support system. Utilize it.
A what?
Admit to yourself, like, I fucked up, but utilize it. And that was
careful with that, because what someone brought up is like girls are conditioned to like being kind of disrespected.
It's the same. It's the same. Matter of fact, we was watching Amy Schumer shit. Yeah, what's that? She was saying the whole, as a kid, when a little boy's mean to you, oh, he likes you. Fuck out of here. Nip that shit in the bud early.
No, but here's the thing though, women naturally respond to.
Here, I made it for you.
Oh shit! I was really about to get up too, because that one didn't make me another drink. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Women are known to naturally respond more to dominance and response to whatever, but I'm wondering like where's the line to where you can pick up on it, to where it's a self-esteem issue.
Wait.
You hear what I'm saying? Like, okay, so like when you're like some people call it an alpha male, or some people call it like just being straightforward or whatever. Women naturally respond to a guy having a certain something about him. That's okay. But then there's this other side to where it's bullying in a way. So I'm wondering where's the line to where you can actually see it. to where if you're not even involved in a situation
Right,
where
right.
it is a
No.
sister
No.
or
It's
a
a
daughter
lost
or a family member or whatever,
I'm so glad I didn't go for it.
where is the line where you could
There's
pick
like
up on
shit
it?
burnt to the bottom of the pan.
Yeah,
It's a lost cause.
Just listen to how he talks to her. Like,
It was so good though.
just by that, you should be able to pick up on it.
Well, no, that's the thing. People are like, he's not going to talk like that in front of you. Most people do that type of stuff in their own intimate time. I'm saying when it comes to that type of person, to where you can see, because you can't see how someone's feeling, but you can see behavior. I'm just saying that I don't know the type of behavior to where I could pick up on something like
I
that.
don't know. I've had a feeling. Like,
Yeah,
I'm just not by that.
yeah,
Yeah.
just gut instinct.
But yeah, I can speak on people's insecurities by that too.
What?
What?
Did you say my name?
No.
Oh.
He said insecurities.
I thought he said Taylor. I didn't hear anything he said. I thought he said Taylor.
You want ice?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I thought I did it to her first.
You got some like soda? Or,
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, perfect.
You punching me?
No.
No.
A little bit more. Appreciate it, man.
Farley said he making drinks. Make a piece.
Reminds me back of the old Walmart days.
Oh man.
The Walmart lunch breaks.
Goddamn.
Yeah, we were supposed to all go out to eat, and I never set that up. Like, I never did anything.
None of us did. None of us did anything.
Really did.
All it was taking is like
Fucking fucking Kara Douglas finally hit me up.
Oh really?
Yo, so they told us
Doug-
Fatima was
Doug's
pregnant.
assaulted
James
about
got Fatima
whatever.
pregnant.
It's a boy.
Yo.
It's
Wait,
a
what
boy. Fatima's having a boy.
What? Jay's having a little man. Let's go. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Oh, let me get the Coke for ice cream.
Bless him.
Thank you.
You're
Not a problem.
It's like eating fruit with
There
Tiji.
you go.
with what?
Tiji.
Shit,
It's
we
not
got
the
no
Middle Eastern, it's
podcast
actually just the
discussion
Mexican
in
food
this
spice.
damn-
No,
It's really fucked up because it's like
Yeah, the
salt,
last 16 minutes
sugar,
I've been recording.
chili powder.
Huh?
Kendrick, Kendrick, was all that recorded?
Yeah, the last 16 minutes I've been recording.
Oh, perfect. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you may want to go through though. Like, it
That's
sounds
fine. That's fine with me.
like sometimes you guys have picked up on multiple mics. Like,
Okay. So the comment that I mentioned earlier, like, I just want to go ahead and let it be known that, like, I don't really feel that way. If we're talking in a literal sense, but if you understand the conversation, I was sort of speaking in a sort of metaphorical sense, you know.
nah, you were pretty big earlier. About
Sometimes you gotta add analogies into your conversation so people can kind of feel what you're saying.
Backtrack.
No, I'm not backtracking. I'm just messing around.
It's like, wait, no.
Oh yeah, there was. I forgot.
But like a great man once said, if you're so much offended by what I was saying and
You
what
got
I was
some of the
actually
chips
talking
too,
about,
if you
then
want,
something wrong with you.
Thank you.
You got some of the chips too. You want? Anybody have chips?
I'm taking the chips. Gene.
You're taking it?
Yeah, Gene.
Just G in the chips? Damn. I ain't hear someone say G anything in a
No, I said G Unit.
Oh, G unit. Oh.
What the fuck was the last time somebody said that shit?
Shit. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah. They
Dave
might have said it
Chappelle-
recently, but the last time I
Dave,
remember being big was
The
fucking
reason why I said it, Dave Chappelle used to say it. That shit was funny.
My God.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
That skit was funny as shit. Like, yo, how you gonna leave a little homie in the hood like that? And all he knows about the culture is just what he watching TV. Like, yo, he's about to be killed.
What was it?
You dropped him off right in front of the trap building. Come on, cut it out. What are you
I
doing?
was talking to my coworker Kofi, and he was asking about this guy Alex, because we have two different Alexes that work in the kitchen. There's the guy that works behind the line, and then there's the other Alex, which is he's a server.
So Brandon, like how Brandon and Brandon?
Yeah, there's
Summer Brandon,
Junior
maybe?
Brandon, and there's Danny Brandon, which is me. I
You
call
mean
Alex
Dewey Brandon and Mexican.
Yeah, Jewy Brandon and Mexican Brandon. But
My God.
I call the Alex on the other side, the server Alex, like white Alex,
They're both
because he's so different levels of white. He is so. One of these days, I'm waiting for him to say, "Golly, I messed that up." He is that chipper and upbeat every day, even when he's fucking up something.
So he's sour cream white?
Yes, he is sour cream white. That's literally what I used to describe him.
Jesus Christ.
I said, what was it? I compared him to a.
Is he flip flops with socks white? Please tell me I'm still recording. Are we still recording?
I'm watching Crawley's laughing.
So I compared him like that Wayne, or the sketch from the Chappelle Show where he's talking about Wayne Brady. I'm like, he's basically the Wayne Brady of white people. He's just, it's over. I can't understand him. I don't get how he's so chipper all the time.
Holy shit.
I mean, I could be chewing his ass out about something. He's like, well, I'm sorry about that one. Let me try better next time. I'm like, just shit rolls off him for some fucking reason.
No, and then he's gonna come into the work one day and just shoot the place up.
Man said,
I'm so
yo.
tired of these old fuckers!
Z flip.
That's what I said. If I see any one of them roll in with a backpack, it's it. I'm out.
That's what's gonna happen when you write his ass up.
Is a wrap.
Because we were joking about one of the other kids doing that shit. If we saw him walk in with the backpack, that's it. We're out the back door.
See, that's why I
Only
make
your
people like that
meat
my friend. That's why I make people like that my friends.
Yeah, it doesn't help.
Yeah, you talk
Nah,
Corey, no, like I love you, bro, but like just get the fuck down, man. Just move out of the way. This has got nothing to do with you, man.
Yeah, you think, right? But like, yeah, I knew Philip A. Like, I knew him like.
Oh, before he tried to blow us up?
We were cool, but we weren't like friends.
Mm-hmm.
You know, didn't give me a heads up. He was still gonna shoot him to school.
Wait, he did?
He did it. Like,
Oh!
no
I'm about to say, like, yo, nigga, you knew? What the fuck?
Nah, didn't know anything. It was like, yeah. He even said, "See you at school." Like,
Damn!
yeah, I know. Like, yeah, like, what the fuck did I do, dude?
What I do to you?
Dude, I hate this kid. That's the only reason I hope it doesn't happen.
I kid you not. Senior year, when we were discussing that, because I think it was senior year in Gov class, for whatever reason, Philip A. ended up getting, like, brought up. And there was so many motherfuckers in there calling for his death. And I'm like,
Yeah, he did.
you calling for this nigga's death and, like, nothing happened to you. You're going off the, you're telling me a bunch of what ifs, like.
Yeah.
I can understand, if he came, like,
Well, that's
like half his plot went through, maybe you lost someone, maybe you lost a limb or some shit. Like, yo, nigga, ain't nothing happened to you.
no, but
Stop.
he
got snitched. He got caught before it even happened.
Yeah,
Why you gotta
but that's the way people ration things now. We go to the extreme.
I'm looking at them. I'm like, yeah, that motherfuckers need to chill the fuck out.
That's the reason why I can't stand when people talk. When people like talk about, have a conversation, talk about stuff, and they immediately start talking about like, oh, well, what about your daughter, or what about like, no, my dude,
I hit him with this one.
my dude, like
I
this
felt
is.
wise at this time. I was like, man, how many of y'all believe in like Jesus Christ and God and shit like that, right? At this point, my conviction in that shit was wavering. I just wanted to see what was going on. I don't know how many of y'all believe in that. Actually, I was like, so what the fuck gives you the right to take someone else's fucking life? Not like, what the fuck? What are you doing? He ain't kill you. Why? I mean, he didn't. He didn't kill none of y'all, right?
Huh?
Y'all all still in here breathing.
Gandalf and shit.
I'm like, what the fuck gave y'all? What the hell gives y'all the right to pass judgment on him?
I mean,
like,
are we
he gotta
really-
die? Like he killed one of you. Like he took one of your loved ones away from you.
Are we really
What the
gonna
fuck?
do that? It's like at the end of the day, all of this shit is like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, was he getting out soon?
I think so. He got, I think, like a couple more years left. Because now that I think about it, well, we started high school in 2007.
You gotta be.
And that shit was our sophomore year. Went for the blow us up. So yeah, it's been about 10 years.
Hey, trying to blow us up.
Yeah, son.
He was making pipe bombs.
Yeah, he really tried to blow our school up. Right, I kid you not.
Yo, they called me into the office one time when I was in fucking elementary school because some kid said he had goddamn cherry bombs or some shit
Now
like
I
that. He
think
was gonna
about
try
it,
and blow something up.
It was a string of fuckery. 8th grade, because 8th grade, was when I had the Virginia Tech shooting. and like a week later, there was a kid in my English class. I still remember the homie.
I am so thankful that I grew up before terrorism.
Oh my god!
I'm so thankful that I grew up before terrorism. Like, granted, like we had like Pearl Harbor before that and shit like that, but
apparently in English class, homie was upset about something. He said he was gonna do the same thing at middle school. Old girl. Should I follow on Instagram now? But what's her name? A friend of mine. I guess she overheard it. Went to the teacher and was like, "Yo, get this motherfucker." He's like, and the only reason why I 100% believe that he did it, is because that same day I had to go to the guidance office, and I'm in the guidance office waiting for something, and I see an old boy coming out the back, and you know you have like the school safety officer and shit like that. All I hear is, "Nah, Officer Thompson," and I watch him like punch the wall, and like put a hole in it, and then she's like, "Oh, what the hell, man?" And she's over here trying to like calm him down and shit like that, and I'm looking at him like the quiet kid just blanked out. I'm like, yeah, he did that. It's fucked up thing, but I'm like, yeah, that nigga did that, dead ass, because that was the last time we saw him. That was the last time I saw him until freshman year of high school. And when I saw him, I was like, yo, what the? It's like, homie, where you been? Last time I saw you, like I saw you punch the wall in the guidance office in middle school. Now we're in high school. And now you look nothing like you did in middle school. Now you like a walking fucking tank. You brolic as fuck. Everyone's looking at you like you're as tall as a fucking senior. You got seniors looking at you like, who the fuck are you? What happened? And he's like trying to like skate and give me the bullshit rundown, but I'm like, yeah, you did that, nigga. Fuck out of here. You definitely did that. You need to chill out. Shit ain't that serious. I understand you upset, you mad, but you don't gotta be salty to the point, or angry, or whatever the fuck, to the point where you're ready to come, you know, guns blazing in fucking middle school and just start murdering motherfuckers. Cut it out. You doing too much. You doing way too much. Go talk to your guidance counselor. Dead ass. That's why I hate that. They're there for that reason. They're there for one. Like,
people always say talk to. Like, has there ever been one case? Is there ever been one person that's ever been like, yo, I'm glad I talked to my guidance counselor, other than switching classes?
Well, see, the thing is, most motherfuckers don't do it.
No, I did it. They don't do shit.
Maybe it was different back then. But my whole thing is just have you had a good guidance counselor?
Hell yeah. You had a good one.
Hell yes. I can't remember her name because it's been so long. But hell yes, my guidance counselor, she was cool as fuck.
Wait, in high school?
Honestly,
yeah.
All right, let me stop bullshit.
No, she was a white lady.
All right, wait, let me stop bullshit.
She was
I had
cool
a guidance
people.
counselor.
She was cool people.
I had a guidance counselor in elementary school that I fucked with, but I only fucked with him because he gave me free shit. He gave me baseball cards and basketball cards and shit like that. But I'm talking about like middle school, high school, to where life is fucked up. This is crazy. I got a lot of questions. Like, what am I doing here? What is going on? Why is everybody acting weird? Like the guidance counselor is just, do good in school. Read your books.
Get the fuck out of here. But yeah, fucking what's the name?
Make sure you're in class on time.
Cause like I know in high school, yeah, you know they push the whole.
Don't out there and be somebody, little buddy.
Don't. Of course they push the whole, you know, don't fuck up in school shit. But like I know,
yeah, they don't push the trades enough, like at all.
They don't. I mean, there's nothing wrong. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it.
But that's the thing. No,
stay smart, stay in school.
No, and they tell you stay smart, stay in school, but they don't tell you about other options and like about
fucking
they
being
don't
a government
explain
worker, doing sewage or even
let my
garbage
kid
man.
that
comes with the pension once you retire.
Let my kid come to me and tell me they want to be a garbage man or some shit. Hey, go do your thing. I'm not knocking you.
No, but like they don't explain about like when it comes to going to college, like when it comes to
like looking back on it,
tuition versus like the actual job that you're applying for. Like, a lot of people got degrees in stupid shit because they don't even understand what the fuck they're doing.
Like, I'm not even gonna lie, looking back on
I got a degree in conversation.
Looking back on it, because at Lansdowne we had the option of going to ATC, which is more like tech-based shit. If you want to do graphic design, you know, programming, if you want to do IT shit, anything involving computers, took your ass to ATC. If you want to do trades, He went to Votech. Looking back on it, I really should have took my ass to Votech. Cause that motherfuckers going there. They was learning welding, I think, like carpentry, bunch of like they were learning trades, actual trades. That I think that you, if depending on if it was like a first or second year class, you could actually like get yourself certified, and then coming out of high school, depending on how shit was, you could dead walk into a job.
Right now, you definitely be able to make
Bruh.
money doing the trades.
I wish.
So many of those people are aging out right now.
Like I wish I had. In hindsight, I wish I went and took.
I had the same option when I was in school, and the thing is like you don't really realize it until you get out here on your own and you're trying to do shit. And it's like, dude, if I could just go back and do that.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing that a lot of people like when you coming up, a lot of the older heads are like, hey, you're in a great position right now. If I could go back to your position, I would do things so much better. Just stay in school, do this and that. But they don't tell you the shit that they did wrong, and that's the reason why I say all the time. It's like, if you're a goody two-shoes and everything is straight for you and your life is perfect, you have no place to tell me what I'm doing right or what I'm doing wrong or whatever. I need to look at someone who is a drug addict to tell me to stay off drugs. You know what I mean?
Somebody that has been fucking up.
Like somebody that's been there, done that. Listen, stay away from this shit. Like, trust me, you don't want to deal with this.
That's what I had to tell my younger brother right now.
Yeah, probably.
What do you mean? Oh no, deadass. No, seriously.
But what's going on with Steve?
In terms of what?
My brother. I
No, I was telling you the other day.
Don't.
Nah, I'm not saying it on this podcast, but like, yeah.
Oh. I said Chip, fuck out of here. Oh man.
So certain people don't want to talk about stuff.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. After the whole what was it? The saga of drinking my problems away. Oh, definitely. I can speak volumes in that. Definitely do not use alcohol to solve your issues. Like if you really feeling some sort of way,
so
go get some fucking help. I'm dead ass because I'm so serious because like that shit was not the fucking way. When I talked about, like I was saying earlier about acting out of character and just doing wild fuck shit, like there were instances of what was he was working at Walmart. It was the skinny black motherfucker with the glasses. He got pissed off at fucking Jesse because Jesse snitched on him about having the fucking phone. And he got old girl pregnant. He got the white girl pregnant.
Yeah, the one who was at your apartment.
Yeah. And he
the dude who was trying to be a mercenary. Like,
and when Doug and what's his face?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I can't remember his name. But case in point, right? We were matter of fact, there we go, right? So like I said, acting out of character and doing wild fuck shit. There was a point in time when what was Flabby Arm's name again?
Brian.
There we go. Wow, I know 1,001 Brians in my life. Jesus Christ. But yeah, when Brian and Doug lived down the block, and Rhea lived like further down from them, they had like the little bullshit cookout or whatever. We went to the packing store, got hella alcohol and shit. I'm telling everyone in the face, yeah, I'm good, but on the inside, I'm like in shambles. So first thing I do, liquor's here, hell yeah, let's get it. Let me wild the fuck out. I know Doug was driving, and I think him and Jake had to be to work that night, but Doug was my ride. So I'm saying, goodbye to everyone, whatever. David and Lauren are there. Hey, goodbye, everyone. Kiss her on the cheek. Royally crossed the line. This nigga's looking at me like he's ready to fight. I'm like, look. If you're gonna fuck me up when I go to work, like, tomorrow. Leave me the fuck alone. Took my ass, left. What was that? There was that. The one when I kept fucking with Quantez, and, like, I remember, like, bouncing my fucking foot off the weight bench. And next, like, I got so fucked up, I slept for, like, 12 plus hours. I woke up. Like, the skin on my pinky toe was coming off, like the nail, like everything was fucking, it was coming off. I could see the pink on my toe. That was fucked up. Chipped my tooth, fucked my head up. Had no recollection of it whatsoever. Like, I was constantly drinking, and I was drinking to the point where I'd black out and whatever the fuck happened, I had to hear it from like second and third hand sources like, yo, you was doing this, you was doing that. Like, don't do that. If shit is really, if you really feel some sort of way and you really feel like you're going down the hole, go find someone to talk to. Or at least if you can't do that, at least try and find a healthier outlet to manage your issues, because the liquor is not the way. That shit is not the way. That shit will make you like do some stupid left shit, and that shit is not cool at all.
The thing is though, when you are doing it, I don't want to say you don't realize it, but a lot of people like don't claim it as doing it to mass pain. A lot of people just, this is just sort of what
I realized that at a certain point.
Alright, so like, okay.
And then I kept doing it until I realized like, yo, I have to stop this shit, because then I'm like, yo, this is too much.
So it's like when I battled a lot of the demons that I battled, it's like I don't call it I'm addicted to this or I'm doing this way to deal with that. Like you have to get introverted and really get into yourself.
Nice segue into the actual topic.
Like,
I respect it.
Like a lot of people don't really realize. A lot of people don't really realize that I'm doing this for this reason, or I'm trying to master this or that. Like, it takes you being introverted for that. So a lot of people just think that, oh, I just drank. I was out with my friends and we just do that. Like,
yeah, because I'm like, well, that's why I try to tell myself that initially, you know, like, yeah, I'm just drinking, I'm having fun, I'm just going overboard. And then it was one of those nights when I was just up, was off of work. I was either off of work or I called out. And the more I realized that was definitely red signs, because those are signs, because I remember, I think I called out like 3 straight times in a week just to hit the corner, go to Clubhouse around the corner and just go get fucking plastered.
Yeah, how's Clubhouse? I've never been.
It's not bad. They got some nice ass wings. That's the first time I ever had Daytona wings. Them shits is fire. Dead ass. David put me under those, and I still kissed this girl on the cheek right in front of him. See? Fucked up. But
he'll be alright.
Yeah, he will.
You got your girl, then you should be good with competition.
But like, yeah, there was times like I'd dead call out of work. I'd intentionally fuck my bread up just to go spend bread at the bar around the corner, or I'll stay home and just get royally fucked up. For those who do know the whole saga of summer of 2015, the whole fuck up shit. Part of that, yeah, I was being a petty motherfucker, but part of that, son, I was so deep into like the depression. I've never got myself diagnosed, but I mean, for those of you, if you really truly know yourself, you know when you're acting out of pocket and you're acting out of character, shit that you just normally do this shit on a regular day when you feel like I was so deep into the bullshit, I didn't even realize it. And I started telling myself, oh, I'm doing this because of these reasons. When in truth, yo, my nigga, not everything, you don't feel right. You don't feel happy. You don't feel like you feel off. And this is how you're choosing to respond to you feeling off rather than you doing what the fuck you're supposed to do. I dove into the liquor and it just kept fucking swimming down. Kept swimming down. It started when old girl accused me of trying to break up her relationship when I did nothing but trying to save it. Looked at you like, and then you didn't even have the balls to come back and, say that to my face. You wanted to say that over the phone. I felt some sort of way about it. My brother he saw that, okay, yeah, Farley feeling some sort of way about it. Let me try and help him out. He figured best way to help me out was liquor. Let's go to Hooters, get you fucked up. I appreciate the sentiment, but damn, was that the wrong move? Because that was the start of it all.
Well, see,
I'm not gonna put it on him. He tried to help, but I had the choice. But like,
well, no, that goes into what I was saying when it comes to like not knowing the line when it comes to doing it because you having fun or doing it just because to mask something or it's like
at first it was the fun just to help me up, and then I got to, like you said, being introverted on one of those nights, like that was just up. I got to a point when I realized that I kept doing it because it was the only way that I felt fucking happy. It was the only way. I could sit right there, have a laugh with the guys. I can come to work, talk to y'all, we walking around the store doing nothing, I might have a little bit of happiness, someone crack a joke, just a decent night and shit like that. I'm a little bit happy, but this is the way I truly, truly felt happy. Because at that point, when I was fucked up and I could walk around and just do certain shit, I actually like felt happy. So I was like, yo, fuck this shit. I'm gonna keep doing this shit. I'm gonna ride this train as long as I can, because after dealing with months and months and months of just feeling like shit, I felt like, it's time for me to fucking feel happy. So let me just keep doing this shit. And then I had the string of fuck ups, and then I woke up one day and I realized, I was like, yo, way too many motherfuckers. And I'm not talking about people who I just met that year. I'm talking about people who've known me for a couple years. They're looking at me like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? One of the things that will always sit with me, my boy Willie. If you've ever met him, peaceful motherfucker, peaceful giant. He looked at me and he was like, yo, when you was at Kyle's house and you was wilding out, he was like, I really want to fuck you up. And I had to look at him crazy. I was like, what? Your peaceful ass just did that? I'm like, what the fuck did I do? Like, I really had to sit back and think, and like, yo, what the fuck did I do? I had to hit the people up that I was there, like, yo, what was going on? What went down? What did I say? Da-da-da-da. I'm like, because what the fuck did I do to make this peaceful motherfucker say he wanted to beat my ass? And I'm just like, yo, I'm pushing buttons. I'm pushing boundaries like a motherfucker. I'm really, like, honestly, when I look back at all of that bullshit, I'm surprised that a lot of these people still talk to me. Mm-hmm. I'm so serious. Because it was just like, I was in a real dark ass place. And like I said, with the whole, like the day that I put my fucking fist to the wall and I called my sister and I was like, yo, come get me before I do something like crazy. Like, I contemplated like drinking all the sorrows away right then and there, but it was more just, I was just more angry at that point. But it was just like, yo, son, this shit, liquor is not the wave. At least not when you fucked up and mentally. Don't do that. Don't do this. This shit is on. It's just like putting a Band-Aid over a fucking like $1.50. Don't do that. Take your ass to the hospital, my nigga. Get that shit stitched up. Dead ass.
It's like a Band-Aid over a missing finger.
Hell yes. Don't do that.
I completely agree, but it's like
don't do that.
It's like,
get some help.
You don't realize
it's how do you that's what I'm saying. It's like it's like, honestly, how do you recognize it, and then how do you begin to even ask for help?
First and foremost,
a lot of us, like, because life, it gets so fucked up that we're kind of used to being fucked up. But it's like, when do you realize, like, wait a minute, okay, this is different?
I know with me it was more of the, because I know that year, that was the year that I started realizing people starts, That's when I put the idea in my brain that people, they wear masks like you were saying, they wear masks. People, they drink liquor, mask to pain and shit like that. I looked at it as people walk around with masks every day in their lives just to put on the front. In my case, I definitely wore the mask. Like I said, we go to work, people look at me, are you good? Yeah, I'm having fun, I'm chilling, life is fucking great. When in fact, no, shit is not.
Fucking extravagant. Like.
Yeah, man. I can tell you to your face, I'm living fucking large. I'm loving life right now. It's fucking amazing. Hell yeah. But then I go home, I close my fucking door, and I'm ready to just like cry my fucking face off and just
shit melts.
Sit in the fucking room and shit on myself for the rest of the fucking day. And like, damn, son, what the fuck? You not here? You not there? Because that was like when I called my sister that day, when I sat in the car and she's like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Whatever. I let her know. I was like, really? I was like, I'm still not over the bullshit that happened, with our parents and the whole South Carolina move shit. I was like, I had a whole goal for myself, and told myself, like, at a certain point in time, I want to be here, and I'm not there. At that point in time, I was still caught up in trying to, compare myself to my friends and, like, where they're at. I had to get that shit out of my brain. That's another thing, like, trying to compare your life to those around you. Like, you motherfucker, first and foremost, you got to realize, this is your fucking life. This is the shit that you don't know what the fuck they're going through. Because I look at my sister, you graduated college. I'm not knocking you. You graduated college. Hell yeah, you did your thing. But what you don't see is the loans and shit that she got to pay off. Do you understand how stressful that shit is? And it's not. And my thing is just like, I know it's just not her. I know damn near all my friends, all my friends got loans. Like Cole got loans, Jessica got loans. I'm pretty sure Jordan got loans. Like they all got loans.
The only person I think got out like kind of cleanly was Ellie. I think she
Like
after ODU only owed like $2,000 or something.
Holy shit, that's amazing.
Yeah, I know.
Well, like, niggas got, like, motherfuckers have loans. Like, you don't see that. You look at it, oh, damn, they graduated. I wish I was in them. But do you want that financial obligation? Because, for all you know, that's just keeping them niggas up at night. Who knows?
What he was talking about when it comes to, like, trade school is a better option. Because, yeah, you're, granted, the initial job that you had the potential to get may be better. But the loans that you get are so crazy, it makes it not worth it.
But, yeah,
They make good money.
They do.
No, they do.
I mean, like, at the master level, you can make, like, 6 figures.
No. But that's the thing I'm saying is that they don't explain that, though. Nobody tells you that. Like, you don't know about credit until you fuck your credit up. You don't know about loans. You don't know about loans until, like, you're, like, waist deep in it. And it's like, yo, this shit could default. Or, like, you're trying to, like, make it work. We got classes on gym when all of this real life shit, you gotta experience it. You gotta get fucked up by it to learn about it. Yeah. And then that's where everybody's like, oh, you don't know? You don't know? It's like, motherfucker, nobody. Wait, you never told me. Everybody got stories. You fuck around and talk to an uncle or a cousin or whoever about fucking up your college loan. And then all of a sudden they come out with this long, elaborate story. Motherfucker, why didn't you tell me about this when I was in high school applying for colleges?
Yeah. Like, I think it's expected our parents teachers and sometimes
and people, I know for a fact I have kids. I'm letting them know what time it is out the gate.
No, but see,
because like the shit that I had to go through, I don't want to see my kids go through the same thing. I'm not with that. Nope. I'm letting them know early. Like, the moment I feel like, they're able to grasp the shit, I'm putting you in these, like, if your school offers this kind of class or whatever, I'm putting you in the shit. If they don't, if I can teach, I'll teach you about as much of that shit as I can myself, because I didn't have that. I know for a fact I didn't have that. And I know for a fact I didn't have that because I watched my parents' spending habits. Mm-hmm. I had to live through it. Until I had my own job and I had generated my own source of income, I had to live based on their spending habits. I saw the shit. Mm-hmm. Shit's horrible.
See, and that's another thing. That's another thing that people don't talk about. They don't talk about the fact that how much money your parents make determine how much money you get as far as shit. These are conversations that we don't have at all. If both your parents have good money, then you're not getting, like, earned income credits and, like, certain, like, type of, like, certain loans or whatever. It's like your family makes enough. You have enough money in your family to where you should be able to pay for college. Why are you asking us for financial help? Because your mom makes this, your dad makes that. Well, they're both fucked up because of the loans that they have.
But
that was like a healthcare thing. I didn't know anything about like health tax credits until like I had to apply for civil.
You know what I'm talking about? But fucking geometry is fucking like mandatory.
But to what's the name? To go back to the addiction shit. I realized we went super left. That
yeah,
crazy.
We went like
it's all good. But like, just definitely don't do that. I know my second bout with addiction was on the heels of the alcohol shit. That was a funny thing because I had stopped in September of 2015. I had stopped. I realized, I'm doing way too much. Way too many people who give a fuck about me have been in my ear about this bullshit. Something had to give. I was like, I had to stop. This shit is self-destructive like a motherfucker. Something gotta give. Put it down. I ain't touched shit for 2 months. Came home from work. I think it was the classic 3-truck night. Half the staff called off. Brian's in our ear. Fuck. Got off work. I was so.
One about that dude. He made Walmart. Like, yeah.
Huh?
He made Walmart.
Brian?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. He was a dickhead, son. Nah, seriously, like you have all your accomplishments and shit. So what? You need to learn how to fucking talk to people. Fucking dickhead. Like you out here.
Like he left and everybody like got super fucked up.
Ain't my problem.
From like missing 100,000 to missing fucking a couple million.
Ain't my problem, son. Wow, this nigga got back to me days later. He's a horrible plug. He's horrible. I asked you about this shit days ago, nigga. Fuck is you doing? The same day I messaged you and I was like, he just hit me back. You're fucking horrible. You don't give a fuck. You're fucking trash. Holy shit. But what's the name? Speaking of that, yeah, that was the second addiction. Weed, marijuana. Like I was saying, I came home from work royally stressed and looked right at the alcohol bottle and I was like, shit, I'm about to do it. Then I had to ask, I was like, you know what? Nah, I can't do that. I can't do it. I can't. No. I refuse to go back. To the fucked up shit. But the usual method of de-stressing was not helping. Music was helping, but it wasn't helping to the extent. Like I was still boiling. Hit the homie up. Yo, I know you Blaze. I've never tried it before. Let's go with it because I'm really stressed the fuck out right now. And I need something to help calm me down because I'm going to explode. He's like, yo, don't fucking move. I'll be there. Homie came over. Showed me how to spark the bong the first time because this is like what? Okay, so the last time I had smoked a bong, a year and some change, or the year prior. No. It was early that year. It was back in January I had smoked. And then what's the name? So it was about 10 months in between, basically a year. Showed me how to pack it, smoke it the whole 9. And it was a wrap after that. First, it was definitely to manage the stress, help me go to sleep and shit like that, because it did help. For those of you who've never smoked weed before, that shit, you smoke enough, that shit will knock you out. Facts. Dead ass. If you're in a legal state, you a lucky motherfucker. But, yeah, at first it was definitely helped, it helped with, come home from work, from stressed, if I'm feeling any sort of way. A little smoke and then get your mind right, kick back, listen to the music. Music was different, all that extra shit. Yeah, hell yeah, I've really got into them with a lot of my music.
You hear all the flutes and violins and shit.
That's a fact. Like, son, I kid you not, I started smoking and I added so much more R&B to my playlist. My God. Whew.
Oh yeah.
Whew. I thought I was an R&B fan before. Whew, that shit changed. So much, bro. Shit. Matter of fact, my routine was I come home, listen to March Madness by Future, then I'll turn Trap Soul on, and I start that shit from beginning to end. I listen to the whole motherfucker. That's just what it was. That shit was fire. That album was fire. But, yeah. Then next thing you know,
shameless plug.
That's a fact. God tell us he's nice. I don't give a fuck. Shout out to Roy Woods. That nigga's nice too. But yeah, like it was I helped to manage the stress and shit like that. And then slowly but surely I started like really liking the feeling of I'd blaze, and then after a while, like without even noticing it, next thing you know, I'm in the fucking clouds. Ooh, feel a little different. In the physical aspect of it, like let's say had the wild crazy headache, smoke a little bit, gone. Help the pain, like it helped the physical pain aspect. It'll eliminate like the pain, damn near instantly. It eliminated the pain without you even realizing it. And then next thing you know, I realized like I really just like being high. Like I really like this fucking feeling. It's nowhere near as detrimental as alcohol. Kind of sort of gives me the same feeling in a different way. But even then I started realizing like, yo, you're doing too much. Because then I started realizing, I was like, okay, well, this shit's blocking me from certain jobs. And I'll constantly tell myself I'm going to put it down, I'm going to put it down, I'm going to put it down. And I couldn't even go a fucking day without I'll tell myself I'll put it down. I'll put it down for 6 hours. I go to sleep. That's me putting it down. I go to sleep and wake up, and then before I go to work, blaze up. Come home the next day.
Old habits die hard.
Blaze up. What is it? I knew shit was really getting out of pocket, and the thing that really made me sit right here, outside of me getting sick, outside of me getting bronchitis, I guess for like the second or third time, was when my dumb ass, and luckily I had the money to like support it at the time, but my dumb ass, like I really went out and blew rent money on it. I told myself, I got it. I bought my initial, like I got paid, bought my initial bullshit, smoked through it so fast, bummed it off the people that I can bum it off of. Yo, I got you on this one. Yo, I got you on this one. And then when that was out, I was like, fuck, I want some more. Rent wasn't due yet. I get paid again. I'll eat the late fee, whatever. End up spending more money eating the late fee had I just not said fuck it and just left the shit alone.
Yeah.
Hit the man's up. Yo, I'm coming through. I need that.
Yeah.
Want some dickhead shit. But yeah, bruh. Yeah. I can definitely, from experience, I can definitely understand, you know, the appeal of diving into these substances and shit like that. I 100% understand it, especially with the way it makes you feel, things like that. I get it. I understand it more than you know. But there most definitely is a better way to deal with whatever the fuck is fucking with your mental. Oh, by the way, welcome to fuck. What got you shook? There we go. Goddamn. Halfway through the motherfucker, we just getting the fucking title. My God. But yeah, I can definitely understand that. But there is most definitely a better way about going through the shit.
Not to piggyback off.
I got you.
Not to piggyback off of shit, but it's like when it comes to like alcohol, as far as me and my family, it was always a huge thing. Like we all drink like that. Like my uncle, he grabbed like a little bottle of whiskey or whatever. We like one of the little forgot what you call the size of that shit, but yeah, the little small handle shit. Go sit in his favorite chair, his like favorite glass or whatever, and just nurse that shit all day. By the end of the night, clear the motherfucker. Pass out, wake up, pissed all over himself, do it all over again. So my whole thing is like, when I was like a young buck and shit, like, you know, like how you have like an older cousin or a family member, you know. Here's like a little small corner of the glass or whatever. You get to the young kid running around the house and shit.
Trying to put his ass down.
See, but that was the thing.
Never got that.
I was the one that would really drink the shit. It was like, yo, look, Court really drink. He really drinking the shit. So it was just always, it was a way of life in my family or whatever.
It was
And
normal to you.
Yeah, it's normal shit. It's Tuesday. And it's like when you in the neighborhood, type of neighborhoods that I grew up in, it's like, that's just what we do in the neighborhood. Whoever got paid bought the bottle and we just kick it. You know what I mean? So it's like, I never really could see like the line of like where it's bad or whether it's just like, this is just what this motherfucker do. You know what I mean?
It's like
Shit is so normal to you that you don't realize it's fucking you up at the end.
Exactly. Like, I mean, granted, we know the physical shit. We know the whole like it's bad for you, it's messing up whatever organs or whatever, and smoking takes this much off your life, and drinking takes that much off your life, and cirrhosis of the liver and shit, like whatever. But it's like at the end of the day, like, what's normal and what's addiction? It's hard to know it when you come off of a background like that, and at the same time, when you come off a background like that, you're more likely to be addicted because you come off a background like that.
That's the whole reason my mom moved me away from our hometown. It ain't shit. I know it's Corpus and it's all that, and we got a huge amount of refineries down there that are basically feeding the city itself, but it ain't shit. The areas that I live in now have like massive ass potholes, or it's just plain fucking dirt for some reason. All the signs are hand painted and shit. And you'd almost think that it's a part of Mexico looking at certain areas of it, but then in other parts it's just, you can tell it's actually a city. My grandfather lived on the other, like, 2 separate parts of town. My great-grandfather lived in the, it was kind of a nice neighborhood, but not. Everybody had a chain link fence. Everybody had a big-ass house with chickens running around it for some fucking reason. My great-grandfather used to sit outside every day and smoke, like, 3 packs a day with a 12-pack of, like, Budweiser next to him. Every day, all day. Didn't speak a lick of English. Had, like, 3 teeth left in his mouth. Whole house smelled like cigarettes.
Ugh.
Somehow he lived to be like 90-something. He actually outlived the doctor that was originally telling him he wasn't going to live that long.
Damn.
But yeah, this is the kind of shit that was going on in that neighborhood, and this is what my mom didn't want me around. And initially, she was dating my dad, or she had gotten married to my dad. They were both 19 when they had me. So I was kind of an accident at the time. My mom finished school. My dad dropped out to go get... He dropped out to get a job to kind of support us, but not really.
I mean, laugh. Man, I was kind of an accident. What the fuck?
That's just, it's an incident of whatever the fuck happened. I don't exactly know the story. I'm not going to press my mom for the details because she doesn't want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, so what happened with my dad and why did all this shit go down? And she's like, well, I'm only going to partially tell you about it, but I'm going to wait until you're like old enough to understand
I feel you. Oh,
how that shit works.
I definitely feel on that one. The day my mom Duke shattered my world with the, I'm not sure, your real mom shit, I was like, bruh, what the fuck? What do you think? You were saying?
But yeah, she's just a whole lot of shit was happening in that town, and she wasn't having it. Like, my dad was like me. I get a lot of my traits from my dad, including probably my whole mental instability, which is kind of what led to the drinking and everything else, because at the time he was living in a hyper-Catholic household. So that means, like, I'm talking Mexican Catholic, votive candles, black velvet Jesus pictures, bleeding crosses and everything.
Bleeding cross? What the
Yes,
fuck?
Jesus in black velour with a crown of thorns and bleeding.
Yeah.
Like painting right there in the hallway. Then another one in the living room. And then a picture of the Virgin Mary with like a shrine underneath her.
I'm not gonna front, that's a little creepy to me.
Nah, I've seen it. I've seen it. Like, it's real.
So that's the environment my dad was
life.
growing up in. And that's the one that I was living in too.
Bad, isn't it?
Yeah, that part's bad. The rest of this shit's fine.
Was this the one that was sitting in the morgue thing?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
But that's the shit that my dad was dealing with, and I'm sure that's partially why my dad started wilding out on drugs. Or he wasn't doing drugs, but he was definitely drinking. To the point of where my grandmother sent him to a rehabilitation camp for alcohol. And I don't know if it was warranted or not because she is very, very Catholic compared to, you know, my dad. And my grandfather was always the more level-headed one of the two. So I'm pretty sure that's also why my mom was like, I can't live with this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to deal with this. The family on her side, there were like maybe 3 out of the 10 of them that she could actually consistently have a conversation with. That they weren't getting fucked up or they weren't doing this, that, or the other over the entirety of the weekend. Like, I'm pretty sure about 75% of the family on my mom's side have either been to jail or had a brush with some kind of probation. That's just how it is. My dad's side, maybe a little bit better, but that's because there's less of them. And also all of them turned out to be like cops or farmers or some shit like that. My dad was kind of the odd man out.
The black sheep.
Yeah, pretty much. But my mom saw all this shit going down, and she's like, I don't want you to be a statistic. And she met my stepdad, and my stepdad actually, you know, Navy guy had the prospects of actually being able to get out, so she got out.
Yeah.
And all this stuff happened, but the thing is, it's not always like a learned habit. Yeah, I had a lot of those influences from when I was little, and I had a lot of bullshit happen to me. But at the same time, you kind of, it's not always a learned habit. It could just be a chemical imbalance too.
See, but that was the thing of my initial point when I was saying, like, it's hard to identify the actual line, because there are people that just like to drink and just like to have a good time, where it's not actually a problem. But it's like, when it is a problem, how do you recognize it within yourself, and as it being someone you love, how do you recognize it in them, even if they don't realize it? You know what I mean?
The alcohol originally for me was just a crutch. I had a lot of anxiety issues, so when I drank, I was like, fuck it, people like me more. Let me drink more.
And to be honest with you, the truth of the matter, like, let's be completely honest. When it comes down to it, most people are willing to come and have a good time when there's alcohol there, or when there is party favors, quote unquote.
I kind of see why my friend years ago, she was like, you could definitely have fun without being drunk. After looking at myself going through the fuck, doing all that bullshit, I definitely see exactly what the fuck she meant.
That's exactly what the fuck she meant. You can definitely have fun without the alcohol, cause
of course, just fucking.
I'm crying.
Other than fucking and alcohol, I don't know what else we could possibly do.
I'm crying.
I'm just fucking around. But
I'm dying. I'm dying slow right now, just so you know.
But I'm saying, I'm saying, when it comes down to it, like, in my family and in my household, like, or the neighborhoods that I grew up in, like I said, it was just a common thing. We just do that.
You know, like chemical imbalances.
Mm-hmm.
Those two pass from generations of family.
Like a chemical imbalance that you're just what?
Well, because it was
that makes you just go towards alcohol or just go towards anything.
In my family.
Oh shit! Damn.
In my family, alcohol is heavy, but and my daughter's mother, her family, like, they don't really drink that much. Like, the father drinks, but the rest of them, they can all take it or leave it. But in my household, like, that's what we do. Like, by the time you're 15 years old, not only do you drink, you know what you drink. That's just what it is. You've been in the neighborhood for long enough, you should know whether you like white liquor or dark liquor, whether you drink Four Locos or not, or whether or not you drink beer or whatever. Like, you know.
Yeah, let's just
so
you
know what I mean?
Four Locos, don't ever do it.
I'm crying.
No.
Wait, you do feel that, you know, your environment itself does, you know, play a major role in whether or not you start fucking. Because
absolutely.
The more I think about it, like, growing up, I remember the spades games and shit like that they'd have.
You know what I mean?
If I come on a Friday night, let me go to sleep early and let me come home from school, go to sleep, and wake up, and I'm up for the rest of the night. Like, I remember I walk up front, all the adults they at the table playing spades. They got the big ass ball of Absolute right down the floor in the Tropicana. They going in. I remember that.
I'm talking about where, I'm talking about normal nights. On normal nights, like, bedtime was like 9, 10, maybe 11. But on the night that, like,
11?
all the
Shit,
grown
Mars
folks...
would have killed me.
No, I'm saying, but on the nights that the grown folks is drinking, 3, 4, 5 in the morning, like, if the kids is up and the music's playing, like, get it, man, get it.
Holy shit, I ain't hear that in a while, man. My God, we used to get the most ridiculous ass nicknames ever.
Show Auntie the dance. She was doing.
Holy shit!
Oh, that boy drank the whole shit by himself. That boy gonna be a real one, I tell you.
Oh man, shit was crazy. But yeah, like, I remember that. I remember, you know, walking in the neighborhood, seeing, you know, the local gangster, the building gangsters, or whomever, or even the kids the older kids who can get access to the bullshit, walking around with the shit, you know, the brown paper bag, the whole bullshit. Huh. It's weird. I don't know. I think about it because I was around the shit all my life, nowhere near to the extent that I was, doing it myself. But I was around it. I knew what it was and shit like that. But there was no one in my life who really went down the rabbit hole like that, like I did, outside of my pops. But even then, when he would do it. It was like sporadic, like a motherfucker. Like, and it's not to shift the blame on him or nothing like that. Because like I said, at the end of the day, we all have choices to make, and once you make that fucking choice, you gotta hold that down, regardless of what the fuck the consequences are.
Yeah.
But like, the most I saw is he'll come home, like from work, and he'll crack a beer or two open, and he'll sit and watch TV. Like, he won't wild out or nothing like that, but he'll just crack the beer open, and that was about it. That was if I think about within, at least since I moved down here, in terms of like consistency of drinking, like the way I was, that was about it. Like, he was nowhere near as reckless as I was, and then if he was, it was like at a function or something like that. Like, the party was thrown or whatever, and he'll get like, he might get tore up, or he might have the instance of, okay, let me chill out. But yeah, it was about it. Like,
and the crazy part is like, shit, that's Al Bundy. Like, that's normal. That's what a man's normally supposed to do. You come home,
you have a beer, and you sit in your
sit
in your favorite fucking chair and watch some TV.
That's basically what he do. Like, especially like once he moved into the second crib, yeah, like he turned the garage into like the little man cave shit. He'll come home, he'll grab himself like a beer, whatever. He'll turn the little He'll turn the PS2 on, and he'll sip his fucking beer and fucking play Midnight Club.
Not the two.
Dead ass, son. Dead ass. Like, he'll turn the PS2 on.
Leave me the fuck alone. Let me play Street Hoops.
No, like, alright, so he'll dead come home from work, grab his fucking, like, if he didn't already have like the ice house, because that was a shit ice house. I don't drink beer. I know nothing about it.
Man.
Oh god.
I know nothing about it. I don't like beer. Beer is disgusting. I don't
Somebody
give a fuck.
don't get that man $3.
Well, he'll come home. He'll come home with the ice house, and like he'll go right in the garage, and he'll turn on the PS2. And if he wasn't playing fucking what was it, Soul Calibur 3?
Jesus.
He was playing he copped that shit when that was crispy, brand new. I only know because I was putting in work on that. I was putting hours in on that. Like, yeah, I got it. My nigga Nightmare, let's get it in. But but like if he didn't put the Soul Calibur in, he put Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition on, and he'll just play. He'll play his games, drink his little beer, and he'll chill the fuck out. Dinner time come around, he'll come eat, go wash his ass. Next you know, you watching the shows, sleep. And then in terms of like the weed and shit like that, it was around me growing up, but I mostly saw it from like the older OGs and shit like that, and even them. And the more I think about it, I'm like, yeah, they was kind of looking out. Yeah, they'll be in like right there in the hallway, breaking up, splitting the fucking the cigarillo, dumping the gun. They were doing all that, but they do that shit. Guts. Yeah, they'd be like, yo, go that way, stay away. They'll actively like tell me, get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't want to be around that kind of shit.
Flavor Swisher Sweets.
Stupid.
When I was a little boy, it was Phillies. It was Philly blunts.
I don't know what the fuck. I just remember them. I just remember them having the brown paper and them licking the shit, and I was always looking like, why the fuck are these niggas licking this shit? Till I wouldn't know until years later when I rolled my first blunt. Oh, that's what they were doing. All right, cool. But even then, like, it should at least, it's weird. You would think, like, when you think of most like gang motherfuckers, you think, yeah, they trying to get these little motherfuckers in, keep the cycle going. These motherfuckers was like, yo, stay the fuck away. Don't do this shit. Like, I see them, doing some dickhead shit. They, rolling the blunt or they plotting or something, like, yo, fuck out of here, leave.
Shit, you ain't got no money. Shit to do this shit.
Like, it was,
you gotta put this work in, nigga. Help me get some money, then we put you in. You gotta be the shooter. Then we let you smoke with us.
Oh my God. But yeah, they were actively trying to keep me away from that fuckery. And it's weird. I don't know. I find it I find it funny that when I think about the two addictions that I've had in my life, and then even in high school, because I used to look at people in high school, like when I was in high school, I used to always look at motherfuckers, like I was so anti-smoking anything. I was like, yo, you're a fucking loser, you're this, you ain't shit. Like I used to like really, really like shit on people in my own space, or like when I'm with people who I'm cool with and I'm just just venting or whatever. I used to really like, especially in high school, I used to really shit on people who would drink and smoke. Like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? You ain't gonna be shit. You this, you that, you And then I did it myself, and then I'm like, holy shit, I missed out. Fuck.
See, my whole thing when it came to that was the fact that like we were saying is like they don't tell you the whole story. So being the fact that you go sit in a class, at school, like a health or whatever, and they'll tell you that
class,
smoking leads to this or drinking leads to that or whatever. Meanwhile, the teacher doesn't even know you talking about my entire background, like everything
I've ever fucking known.
Like all I know is what you're talking about. Like, so the fact that you're sitting here telling me about marijuana, really?
Yeah, that had me, like, when I thought about it, back about that too, that had me so weak. Like,
you know what I mean?
Their programs, so like, oh,
you know what I mean?
Weed's bad.
Yo, that's the reason.
How much fun weed is. Like,
yo, that's the reason. Yo, that's why people don't even realize that shirt is a joke now. People wear that shirt as like, yo,
we roll
up. Yeah, we roll up and we smoke with that shirt on now. Like, you know what I mean?
Haven't they started designing them where the mascot is actually holding a joint or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Crying, holy shit.
Yeah.
His voice out. Holy shit.
I've seen shirts with the Dare shirts where on the back it says it talks about like the fact that marijuana is legal, so we didn't let them down after all.
Holy shit! What? Like the niggas is trying to skate into bullshit. Fuck out of here! You've been let the homie down. Just wear that. Just fucking wear it. Wear it and keep it pushing, please. Holy shit! But yeah, like yeah, son. Like honestly, like, if anyone's going through if you really feel like you're doing too much in terms of the addiction shit, definitely go get some fucking help, son. It's as simple as even if you feel like you might not have a friend to talk to someone.
Yeah, go get a therapist.
Honestly,
yes. Yeah, go to therapy.
I know
that's the biggest fucking thing you can do.
I know a lot of people. Personally, I know a couple people who've gone to it, and I've asked them, has it helped you? I know some people, a couple people of mine, a couple people that I know, they're like, yo, they felt like they didn't get anywhere. I know 3 people, in fact. They was like they didn't feel like they didn't get anywhere with it. And then I know both of y'all, 2 of my sisters, another friend of mine. They were like, yeah, therapy was like the best thing that ever fucking happened to me.
You got to be willing to put in the work.
Exactly.
That's the difference. Is that if you're too stubborn to fucking work at it.
I do know. I know when I spoke to them, they felt like their response was, they felt like the therapist didn't give a fuck.
Well, that's the other problem is that.
I mean,
it sucks. Sometimes you gotta like
that. I feel like you gotta find like I've never done it, so I can't really comment on it. But I feel like you gotta find someone that you feel that comfortable with, and you really feel like they actually give a fuck about trying to help you, or they're just not a person that just sitting there, okay, yeah, whatever. They don't like see you as just like another client. They see you as a person, and they want to help you overcome whatever the fuck it is that you're dealing with. But I do know from speaking from seeing the both of y'all, and from speaking to to my sisters and the friends of mine who have had a positive experience with therapy. When I get myself to a point where I'm able to consistently go, I definitely gotta go. I was just speaking to my moms about that shit, because my mom dropped a bomb with me the other day, and I didn't realize it. Apparently she had been walking around, like, even though my grandmother had a DNR when she was in the hospital all those years ago. Apparently a couple of days before she passed, she looked at my mom. She told my mom's like, I don't want to die. And I didn't know that all these years my mom's been walking around with that feeling that she killed her own mother. I was like, what the fuck? I'm at work and my mom told me that. I'm like, what the fuck? Are you serious? It's the first time I ever heard this shit. I'm like, yo, mom, because and at that point, that's when I asked her. I was like, yo, are you gonna go? She was like, I think she said that she was gonna at some point in time, I guess when she's ready, she'll go. But I'm definitely gonna go.
This is the dark shit that usually hits you as you get older. Like, you're not expecting it.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, a parent hits you with, like, you have to start taking care of your siblings. I'm not going to be here forever.
No, but that's the thing. No, but that's the thing that goes back to... That goes back to the thing that, like, when you're a kid, it's like you think that you're being protected, but then when you become to the point that it's like, all right, they're old enough, they hit you all at once. And it's like...
I can't be doing that, man.
No, but the thing is, it's like now, he's old enough, I can go ahead and let him know how shit is really going on. But it's like, you don't realize that, like, all of this stuff y'all talking about that y'all been dealing with, I didn't realize half of this shit was going on. I've been playing video games the whole time. Like, so wait, you mean to tell me this whole time you've been, okay. So let me process this first.
Yeah. I kid you not. Like, I will never be the kind of parent, like, I always look out for my kids.
See, but
at the end of the day, you don't want to watch it. You don't want to watch your kid go through some fuck shit. But I'm gonna try and keep it as real for my child as possible.
But see, my thing.
Them being a kid and them experiencing.
No, but
exactly.
but that's the point that I'm making.
Yeah.
See, that's the point that I was about to make when it comes to, like, okay, in the 60s and the 70s, like, they raised their kids a certain way. Spankings was a big thing. Beatings was a big thing. Punishments was a big thing. So, after the 80s or whatever, it's like...
Goddamn.
After the 80s, it's like, okay, spankings was such a horrible thing. We don't want our kids to turn out to go through the things that we went through, so we're not going to do spankings at all. Throughout the 90s, we're seeing these kids in the early 2000s where they have no discipline and no respect for anything. So now it's like, what's the happy medium?
Hey, you say that, but I know you're going to pop your kid if she gets out of line.
Huh?
I know you'll pop your kid if she gets out of line.
Oh, no, I spank my kid.
Yeah.
I know for a fact I got it.
I would.
Shit, I got spanked. But the more I look at it, I never really looked at it as abuse because I know mom never crossed the line.
No.
And then looking back at it, I definitely used to try my mom's.
Mm-hmm.
But then also when I also look back at it, I can also admit that moms really never tried to solve the issue. Funny thing, I was actually at work earlier and I was fucking vacuuming everything. I was doing abs and stretch and vacuum shit just going on my. I was thinking about like the podcast at work and shit like that, and I was like, huh. And then I realized I was like, yeah, mom's really never tried to like problem solve. Mm-hmm. Not to take away from her parenting skills. She was a great mother. I loved her to death. I owe that woman a debt I will never be able to repay. But when it came to solving the issues, like what, like, 'cause I know me and my sister, we used to like fight like cats and dogs as a kid. Like we were at each other's throats. I'm so to the point like we made moms cry like more than once. Like we used to scrap. We could not stand each other as kids, and it's weird because it's like we're fucking twins. Mm-hmm. But like every time we see us, we're ready to fucking like beat the dog shit out of each other. I don't know what the fuck it was, but every time there was an issue between me and my sister, mom's she never like sat down and tried to figure out, from what I can remember, she never like tried to sit down and actually figure out what was the root cause of it. It was more of you don't do this, you don't do that. And if it wasn't that, it was screaming my head off, I said don't do this, and never bring any kind of resolution to the problem. So we were always left at that. So we in mom's eyes the shit was done, but to us that shit is just under the surface. That shit is just bubbling. Like, I can't wait for the next time a motherfucker to give me a reason to be pissed. Because now they not only are they gonna get like whatever the fuck they got coming to them for whatever they just pissed me off for this, but all the other past shit that I'm still pissed off about.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I definitely know like women. If I have more than one child, I'm not with that bullshit. Like yo, you're gonna solve this bullshit now. You're gonna bring a resolution to this shit now, cause I definitely don't want my kids growing up with the anger issues and shit like that I had. I don't want that.
The amount of time your kids are gonna find you're really gonna sit down and each other.
Yeah. From living through it myself and going through the bullshit myself and knowing how I was as a child, and it even got to the point like shit. My sister, she put a status on Facebook the other. It was one of those it was one of those statuses where oh, you never really lived like this, and then it shows that kind of bullshit. It was what she shared. She said, oh, you never been chased around you've never been chased around your house by a sibling with knives, and it really shows. And I had to really sit there and think. I really used to chase my sister around the crib with knives. I used to really just break. I really used to just break out the big ass chef's knife and like, like I never like tried to like point it at her, but I'll just like hold it like. I'd hold the shit in the fucking air, like, and I'd run towards her and shit like that, and she'd freak the fuck out. And
you'd have felt that. This is different.
And the reason why I and the more I think about it, the reason why like I did it and shit, it wasn't because like I was fucking crazy. It was because okay, let's say we had the issue, right? We fight or whatever the fuck, and I felt like I'm still mad at her. I can't. According to moms, yeah, you raise a son, and you hit someone, you expect to get hit back, shit. But in the same breath, I'm a brother, I'm a man. I can't put my hands on her.
Yeah.
So if I can't do that, how am I going to make you feel that? How am I going to put you in a negative? How am I going to make you feel some form of negative emotion? How am I going to make you feel fear, pain, whatever the fuck I felt? How am I going to do that to you without physically hitting you or whatever the fuck, or saying something crazy to you and making you feel some sort of way? Or we both hate Scream. Every time fucking Scream gets put on the fucking the TV, we zoom to our room and we'll jump behind the couch, whatever the fuck. Oh, that big ass knife, right? Oh, hell yeah. We got a big ass knife right in the drawer. And I go fucking chase my sister with a fucking knife. And she's freaked the fuck out. Like, alright, okay, so I realized I got a response out of that. I realized as a kid, someone can get hurt with this. Let me put this away. Let me grab the butter knife or a spoon. And to add the extra shock factor, let me put it behind my back. She'll see me with something behind my back, she'll instantly freak the fuck out. She'll know what I got. And I'll walk up to her crazy, and I already know she's gonna spaz. So I'm like, let me just do that. And I consistently did that. Consistently, if I didn't grab the butter knife, I grabbed this. It got to a point where I stopped grabbing knives at all and just grabbed spoons and just put it behind my back. So I knew she's gonna spaz out no matter what. She's gonna run towards the room, and then when I'm like, ha, it be a fucking spoon, and she's looking at me like, yo, what the fuck, Jordan? Goddamn, like, yeah. I was a dickhead. I was a dickhead little brother. But see, the thing is, from speaking on that, I wouldn't. If I had kids of my own, I would not want my kids doing that. Just because you want to get even with your sibling or whatever, because you felt like whatever issues y'all had between each other at the time were unresolved, and you still tight. I'd rather sit down with you. I'd rather sit down with the both of y'all and hash this shit out to the point where you don't even have to deal with this. And y'all can keep it pushing, and none of these negative feelings are attached to it, because it's like, yo, what the fuck? At the end of the day, y'all are siblings, and y'all should not be going through this bullshit. Especially not, with the parent is involved.
When it comes to kids, I respect the energy and the extra time that, like, you put into it. Like, it definitely makes a difference, but at the same time, you gotta understand that you're already, like, public enemy number one. Like, you're already public enemy number one.
I know that for a fact.
Like, you're gonna be pops. So it's all automatically off rip is, we're not telling you nothing. We don't want you to know nothing. You can be the most understanding, this, that, and the third, but at the end of the day, it's like, okay, so when it comes to, I'm being a kid, I'm with my friends, I did some fuck shit, I'm in trouble, I need help, I'm gonna call my sibling. But, like, at the end of the day, when the sibling come help, like, we're not telling dad. The last person we're telling is dad. like we'll call all types of friends and all types of whoever, but we not telling Pops. You got me fucked up.
Honestly, I can understand that because there was definitely several times in life growing up, and I was like, shit, if Mom find out, I'm fucked. Mom's gonna break her foot off on my ass early. I'm not with that bullshit.
You playing, you having fun. Boom. Baby, look, just chill. I'm sorry. Get your head back. I said, look. Please calm down. Please, I swear to God.
Like,
if you just calm
shut up. What the fuck are you doing, Jim? Yeah, I understand that. I will definitely say this. From experiencing it, I definitely understand. I 100% understand where you're coming from because it was definitely 1,001 situation. It's the one situation that I will always remember. And to this day, I'm like this salty about it. But there was an issue in which me and my sister, we were arguing. Like I was saying, you hit someone, expect to get hit back. I can't put my hands on you because I'm your brother and I'm a man. Not supposed to do that. I was always raised, man's not supposed to put his hands on a woman. Whatever. I'm crying. My God. No. But at the time, me and my sister were arguing, right? Just having an argument. All it is words. Words back and forth, insult after insult. That's all it is. She gets mad at me to the point where she kicks me in the nuts. She connects everything. I'm bent over. Oh my God, what the fuck? Like, as dudes know, like, the pain hits you right there in the lower stomach. You feel like you're in death's door. You feel like you're about to die. You're like, oh, what the fuck, man? So, at this point, I'm angry to the point. I'm like, what? Fuck this shit. Like, all that shit Mom said, all that, I'm not supposed to put my hands on them, that shit's out the window. You know what I'm 100% operating on? You hit someone, expect to get hit back. So what I do, I go for my sister's weak point. Her weak point, stomach. Quick tap. Bang. Right there in the belly button. Now you hunched over. Now she's hunched over, just like me. She's over here. Then she wants to put the tears on. Now she's super hurt, right? One of the neighbors who used to babysit us, she comes in. She knocks on the door. She sees us. I'm both fucked up in the game, but she sees my sister crying. She's like, what's going on? My sister, she naturally goes over to my sister because she was closer with my sister than she was me. She hears my sister out, sides with her completely. I'm not supposed to put my hands on her. I don't give a fuck what she did to you. Not supposed to hit her. I'm looking at them like, are you serious? Like, she admitted that, we were just arguing, and she threw the first one. What the fuck? Then my cousin comes in. He's like, what the fuck is going on? Listens to both sides. He sides with her. Oh, you ran from Jose, but you hit your sister. What the fuck? I just wasn't with the bullshit. Not at all.
I did.
Like, fuck all that. I'm at it like back then. It was like touch and go with certain shits, but now I'm definitely at an age where it's just like, yo, you don't want motherfuckers to put their hands on you, or if you really feel like you're gonna feel some sort of way about someone putting their hands on you, keep your fucking hands to yourself.
Well,
period.
Sibling rivalry goes that way, but
it does.
It goes that way.
It definitely does. It definitely does. Shit, me and my sister, we were at war with each other over like the dumbest things. The dumbest things. We were at war with each other over some of the most, like, when I'm looking back on it, some of the most stupidest things I've ever like thought of. And it's like, are you serious? You really had beef over this? What? What the hell is wrong with us? Glad to say that shit is dead in the water now. Holy shit. I don't know. It took us going to different high schools at first. And then, what was it? Once he got out of high school and we went on to college and shit, I stayed home to help out the peoples. she went off. So she moved out with the ODU. That's when it was like, you know, yeah, we were still arguing shit like that, but we never come to blows. If we came to blows, it was like, because like I pulled a prank on her. She's like, fucking jackass. She like popped me and I laugh at her. I'm like, ha 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 ha. And that was the extent of it. But yeah, we're definitely closer than we were as adults than we were as kids. Thank you. Oh.
But do you think that any of that like still carries a weight?
What? The shit that we did as kids?
Like as far as like you know the coping mechanisms of choice. Do you think that like all of the history, like, do you think that any of that plays a weight?
Coping, as in like terms of drinking or weed, any of that carries weight now?
Yeah.
I feel like it only carries weight if you let it, and I say that only because in response to, like I said, with the drinking and you know that summer of doing bullshit. There's a particular incident in which like I've really let weigh on me for all these years, and it was just like, yo, what the fuck? Like it was more of like I looked at myself. It made me look at myself,
yeah,
in a different light, and I'm just like, yo, I'm not capable of this shit. I know I'm not capable of this shit. I've had friends like when the shit went down, I had a friend come to me and tell me like, yo, I heard everything, and this don't even sound like you, like. He's like, that's why I'm coming to you now. Like, what the fuck is going on? Because this shit don't even sound like the person that I know. What the fuck? Like, what the hell? And like it shit had been weighing on me for years, and it was my sister of all people. I was at the gym and I was talking to her about it, and at this point I was really just let it out. I'm like, yo, like. I kid you not, like these past 4 years, it's just really been fucking with me, cause I'm just like it was every time I thought about that particular situation, I'm sitting there thinking like, yo, was I really capable of this shit? It wasn't even like my bad. It wasn't even really like I was asking myself, was I really capable of it? I was telling myself, I'm capable of this. I can't believe that I did this, that I did all of this, that you know people look at me like this, like people look at me like this now. I had people, you know, who had known me for the longest, that questioned me and like shit like that. Like I was like, what the fuck? And it took my sister where she told me in a new perspective that I never even thought to even look at. That helped me more than she'd ever fucking know. Cause now whenever I think about that particular situation and I choose to look at it from the perspective that my sister gave me versus what I have been looking at it for the past 4 years. The end result is completely fucking different. I no longer look at it and it's something that she told me, and it was something that I had knew for the longest time, and I just never accepted. Us as human beings, for whatever reason, we're so quick to harp on the negative shit rather than focus on the positive shit.
Yeah,
it's way easier to fall into the darkness and just get used to that and embrace that as the normal. Rather than go through the hardships of looking at shit from a positive light. As weird as fuck as that sounds, when you actually think about like it's easy to fall into the dark shit, but hard as hell to accept the light. Weird as shit.
Sounds weird at all because like all the times we all be in situations where you'll go through something and it sucks, but you'll get into another situation. And that is so much worse that it's like, why in the fuck am I here? I should have stayed over there. That was so much better. Same thing as like when you're in a relationship and like you're dealing with somebody and it's like, oh, this person isn't the most cleanly person. Like they don't clean up at all. And it's like, oh, well, you break up with them because it's nasty. But at the same time, you get it with another motherfucker, and this motherfucker is crazy. It's like, yo, I tell you what.
Don't wash his ass.
Washing my ass is some gay shit.
It's like, yo, this new relationship with this new person is crazy. I can at least be with the last person because, hell, I'll do the laundry.
I'll
wash dishes. Like, at least they weren't crazy.
You really came home fresh from the 8-hour shift and took your ass to sleep and work clothes and woke up the next morning, put the deodorant on, and zoomed out the door like everything was cool. Get the fuck out my face, nigga. Yeah. You a nasty bastard. Fuck out of here.
All you gotta do is put some cologne on.
Hell no, you a nasty motherfucker, and I'll call your ass out every day. If I really fuck with you like that, I'm definitely letting you know what time it is. You a nasty bastard for that. Go wash your ass.
Throw the deodorant on, spray some mist on.
Hell no, son, I lived with that. Nah, don't do that. You're nasty.
All you gotta do is iron out the dirt.
We're not doing that. Go wash it. Go take your ass in your fucking shower and go wash your ass, you sick fuck. Fuck out of here.
Like, iron it out to where the stains look greasy.
Hell no. Hell no. You a nasty motherfucker if you do that. Like, come on, son. Really? Son, it takes it literally takes you 5 minutes to go wash your ass. Go turn the water on. By the time, if the shit's cold, by the time your ass undress, you maybe got like 10, 15 seconds for the shit get nice and hot to whatever the fuck you want it. Go wash your ass, man. What's hard about it? Seriously, if you have access to warm to hot water, not even if you gotta just bird bath the shit and deal with cold water. If you have access to water, clean water, and fucking soap, wash your ass. There's no reason why you should be living. There's absolutely no reason why you should be walking around smelling crazy if you have access to this. Regular access to this. If you have regular access, I can understand if you didn't. If your situation's like that, damn, I feel for you.
There are
I understand.
kids living in like the middle of the desert and shit.
This is what I mean.
Living in the desert that are taking dirt baths.
Like, but I mean,
Sand rubbing under
their,
yeah. Literally, you grab sand and you scrub all the shit
They grab
off
the earth, my nigga, and then the earth provides more than you know, dead ass. But
I've never
like
heard
if you have regular access to water and some form of soap or anything that can help cleanse you, kill the smell, kill the bacteria, anything. I don't give a fuck what the fuck you tell me. Oh, I work 3-4 jobs, I don't got time to shower. You a lying motherfucker. You're a liar. You're disgusting. Like just please wear that. Don't look me in my fucking.
Shit.
Thank you, son. Thank you. They even have wipes and you
shower.
Grab you some antibacterial. There's no reason why you should come home fresh from work, crash, wake up the next morning like everything is cool, and just grab the Old Spice, pop the shit under your underarms like everything is crispy, throw in a fresh shirt, or throw in the old shirt, and just dip out the door like everything is good. No, you're a sick fuck. You're a sick fuck. Period. Period.
Look at the TV now. Look at me.
Like you're a nasty motherfucker, and it's like, what are you doing? Who raised you, son? Seriously, who the fuck? I'm not raising my kids. Oh yeah, that's cool. Hell, go take your ass in the shower, you nasty little bastard. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'll dead say it to my kids just like that. You're not a dirty motherfucker. Go wash your ass. What the hell is wrong with you? That shit is not cool. What the fuck? Hell nah. Hell nah. You nasty. I ain't with it.
I dig.
I ain't with it, bro. I gotta take a leak. But I ain't with that. That shit is crazy.
Don't break the seal. Don't break the seal. Pause on that. Like.
Okay. Shit. Where the fuck were we? Where did we leave off? I had to go take a leak.
Oh, we just run right into it.
Okay. All right. So what's the next topic of discussion? We got another 18 minutes left before the shit hit 2 hours. Damn, this liquor's good. And that's probably the worst thing to ever fucking say on the episode talking about addictions. God damn. Take this shit do this shit in moderation, people, for the love of God.
Here's my thing.
Have a good mindset when you go fucking do it. I realize that like the mindset is fucking key.
My conclusion is even if you don't know you need help, if you think that you might need something or you feel like you need someone to talk to, find someone to talk to. But the question that I want to ask around the room is, like, what do you think is a healthy alternative? Like, what helps you when you're trying to stay away from, like, your addiction? Like, what do you feel like
What are things that you've done rather than fall into the bad habits?
Like
what else have you done?
Music, or whether it be like, what do you think is this is what helps me out?
Music for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, music has always been a staple in my life, but music for sure. Especially, not even gonna front. This entire past week, I definitely relapsed and blazed like a dickhead. But yeah, I was like a week away from 3 months and relapsed like a dickhead. And I'll admit that. We're human, we make mistakes. I'll wear that. But music for sure. I dove into books to help out. Like I started reading a book. For the last couple of years, I've definitely been like reading comics and shit like that. So I've dove into that.
Krishnamurti for me.
Something that I've realized these last couple of weeks. What I've been doing, I've been listening. I'm like, excuse me. I've been kicking back, watching. I'm just listening to podcasts and shit like that, like the Joe Budden podcast. I tune into that shit like every day and just listen to it. Just listen to them kick the bullshit. It helps. I don't know. It's nice to hear
Seems
other.
Like that shit's kind of a part of getting older. You stop it's not even you're listening to less music. It's more like, oh, I'm gonna listen to these guys talk about the shit that I listen to, or I'm gonna listen to these guys talk shit about
About whatever.
Yeah,
Exactly.
the same topics that I'm into, and see
Exactly.
where everybody else is coming from.
Exactly. What I try to do, basically going off what you're saying, I try and find people who are other human beings who may or may not be going through the same exact shit, and seeing how they tackle it.
Yeah.
Maybe I learned something. It's just the same thing that I hope that people whoever listens to this shit take the same thing. Maybe you listen to this shit and you learn something. You take something from it. You learn something from it. You go about your whatever's going on in your life in a different angle. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe you decide to reach out to any one of us and talk to us, make a new friend, whatever. But it's basically what I do. Like, and then on top of that, hell, even early I was talking to a friend of mine, and I let her know like how I've been feeling, like really and truly, and she hit me with the you can really like talk to me about anything. Like, what the fuck? Like, I wish you'd have told me this shit earlier. And I was like, oh well, shit. So honestly, admitting to yourself first and foremost, rather than fall into the addiction, because I know it's so easy to go to turn to your vice when you're feeling some sort of way. First and foremost, stop beating around the fucking bush and admitting to yourself before anyone else that there is an issue.
Yeah.
Admit to yourself that there is an issue that you need to resolve, and then because make it a reality in your mind. Because there was the same, I forgot who I was talking to. Matter of fact, I was talking to my coworker. I was talking to Maurice about it, and it was once you speak it into existence, it's reality. You have no choice but to face it. Speak it into existence, make it a reality. It's going to be hard. I understand that. I've walked the path. I'm still walking that path. Speak it into existence. It's going to be hard, but once you speak it into existence, rather than constantly beating yourself down with all the negatives and shit like that of you speaking it into existence, try and find ways. And even if you can't find ways, talk to those that you feel comfortable talking to, and trying to find ways to make it better and to solve the problem. I know when it came to me with my issues and shit like that, I go to work and I talk to you, or I talk to whomever was at work, and I let you know how I really felt, or whatever the case may be. Or I even come home and I talk to you guys and I'll let you know how I really, like, how shit was really going on. And I be open to the ideas of other people. Like, be open to criticism. Might not be what you always want. Yeah, it might not be always what you want to hear, but for all you know, it might be what you need. Be open. Like, don't be so quick to shoot someone else's idea down. Actually admit to yourself that there's an issue and that you are willing to get the help. And before you decide to just give into the darkness, exhaust any and all options that you got. As long as you know you're comfortable with it and you know it's not detrimental to you or anyone else. Honestly, what I can say. Because I know, at least that's just how it is, how it was for me before I decided to, you know, do some royally fuck shit. Let me talk to someone, let me know, hey, yo, this is what I'm feeling, this is whatever. And then if I really felt like it really, at the end of the day, if I really felt like there was no kind of progress, okay, then I gave into the fuck shit. And even then, that really wasn't the right thing to do. But at least I tried. I can really sit right there and tell myself, okay, I tried any and all options before I went back to the bullshit. By the way, I'm not going to rob you again. I'm assuming I killed the last year's shit. I'm done with it. Nah, I already have the bug in my brain. Like, yo, I need to chill the fuck out because I already did this. Things it's dead.
At least I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I robbed the man. I robbed the homie. My bad.
What's your thoughts on an alternative as far as like coping?
Shit. I still haven't found a fully good coping mechanism other than sheer spite out of being better than the person that I was. Because sometimes looking back on it, I'm like, yeah, you're a piece of shit.
That is a coping mechanism. Like being better.
Yeah.
Making yourself better. That is a hell of a. That's my one of mine.
Do you feel like when you reflect back on yourself and what you were when you were doing this shit?
One of mine is setting personal goals that has nothing to do with what anybody can see. Like if you could type 30 words per minute, working to the point where you could type 50, 60 words per minute.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody can see that, but I know I did it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Another one for me. Another one thing for me is being the fact that I don't know the line.
The line between what's an addiction and what's normal,
what's an addiction and what's just a normal, steady. This is just life
just
and
them.
my
They're just regular.
personality. You know what I mean? So for me, what it is I try to see like, okay, can I do without it? Can I have fun without it? So if it's not an addiction, if it's really something that you just do, and and you don't have a problem with it at all, this is just normal for you, then can you go days and weeks without it? Can you have fun without it? Can you be you without it at all? And that's me. So when it comes down to it, anything that I feel. So even when it comes to something simple and something stupid like soda, the fact that I try to go without it, and I realize that I feel withdrawals. I feel like I have headaches. I feel irritable. Like I drink soda and it feels like, all right, I'm cool again. That's how I know I need to quit. Gotcha. And it may not, and everybody may feel it's the dumbest thing in the world, but no, to me,
it's a thing.
It's real shit.
It's definitely a thing. I'm not gonna lie on it.
And so for me, it's the same thing as when it comes to the hard stuff, whether it be alcohol, weed, or
whatever, whatever the fuck you're doing. Stupid. Stupid. I mean, shit. Funny thing, I was watching a video earlier. I was watching a league video, and real shit.
Have a deep dive into.
No. I'm not diving deep. But I was watching a league video. It was one of my favorite streamers, Dyrus. Respect to the homie. And in his video, he ended up talking about addiction in a way, and then like, I don't know if you've ever watched like a Twitch live stream where they'll have the people who who are in Twitch chat. They'll show up on the actual stream what people are saying. Yeah. And everyone in Twitch chat, they started talking like, it was like, yeah, video game addiction is a real thing. Like, addiction comes in many fucking forms. In some of the ways you would never even fucking think.
But that's the thing that
whatever your quote unquote drug of choice is, like, if you really feel like, there's an issue, 100%, go get some fucking help for that shit.
That's the thing that I keep telling people when it comes to video games. A lot of people that like are older or who are not a part of the lifestyle, they don't understand that this shit is different. This isn't Super Mario.
You can't just pause the game and run away.
Yeah, you can't pause the game and run away. And plus, all of these games, they're whole worlds.
We could shut that Nintendo off and get away from the TV.
You know what I mean? Like literally, do you know where you watch like Twitch or you watch YouTube to where there's people that have been playing the video game for years to where they play Super Mario and they find ways to beat the game that like a lot of people don't know back in the day. Dude, when it comes to a Fallout, a League or whatever, like you're never done. You're never done. People are still finding stuff in Grand Theft Auto 5, and that shit came out in 2013.
The funny thing about League, the funny thing when I was watching the video, and as I'm watching it, I was like, if I'm not mistaken, I swear that game came out in 2009. I'm like, this game is 10 years old. I realized, I started playing this shit 2011. I was like, in 2 years, if I'm still playing this game, I've been playing this game for the past 10 years. 10 years flew by like that. Like that, and I'm still playing this shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
For me, I had to catch up with Fallout 3, but Fallout 4, I literally played and I like wanted to beat it with every group.
Where we at?
Every fraction. I played every option. Like, you know what I mean? You're never done.
Mm-hmm.
You're never done.
5-5. 55 minutes? Hour 55? Okay, cool. But because I just realized in terms of addiction, like when watching all like Twitch chat just go in like video game addiction, like I had that addiction really is some of the most I guess in some people's eyes some of the most innocent things. People are addicted to the shit, and you just don't know.
Yeah, have you guys ever watched that show, My Strange Addiction?
That lady eating cotton balls.
Yeah.
I've heard about it. Like I've seen shit where
eats tires.
Motherfuckers eating tires, eating their fingernails, eating the cotton out their bed, and I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? But even then, like.
Or the lady that eats toilet paper.
Even the most, oh Jesus, hell no! Like the weirdest shit, shit that we'll just dismiss as whatever. Like I know I can speak for myself in terms of video games. I guess there was a point in time I don't really think about it. Yeah, I was addicted to League for a little bit. I remember it clearly. I woke up. It was a Saturday morning. I didn't have to work or nothing. I was off. I had no school. I was free all day. Could have went to Kings. Could have went chilled out with the homies at the card shop. Did whatever. I woke up bright and early before people had to go to work. Woke up, played League. Logged on the League. I was on before all my friends. Before because it got to a point where I made friends within the game. Like these motherfuckers are like somewhere in across the fucking state, but we knew each other on a first name basis. We'll get on Skype every day and shit like that. We'll talk. We'll load up and we'll play customs or whatever. And we'll just have fun with the game. Woke up before everybody. Hopped in the ranked. Fucking, and I'm talking 6 o'clock in the morning. I literally played League all day. You check the match history. I'm just in League all day to the point where that night when everyone's going to sleep, 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night, I'm still sitting right there in front of my laptop playing fucking League. And they're like, yo, what the fuck? I've literally been on this game all day. I remember a friend of mine, Nikki, I went to, this is going into 2013, I finally went to Kings for the first time in the longest time. I went, she saw me, she was like, holy shit, you alright? You good? So you've been smoking, my nigga. Woo, go do your thing, homie. But yeah, she fucking saw me and shit. And she's like, holy shit, you came out your fucking hole. I'm like, and I looked at her and I was a little offended by it at first. I was like, what the fuck? What kind of shit is that? Like, damn, what the fuck? But then as I got older and shit and I look back on it, I was like, yeah, I really was just at home. There was a point in time when like League was non-existent in my life, and I would go out and I go to the card shop, I go out with my friends and shit like that, and then this game came along and I got so invested into the game that I just disregarded everything. I remember taking off a whole week from fucking, like, I just did not go to class at all the entire week. Like, I'm in college at this point. I'm paying for this shit. Did not go to class the entire week. You know what the fuck I did? Sat home, played League. Once the homies was like, yo, I'm going to the card shop, Zoom. Go to the card shop. As soon as I come home, oh, League, let's do it. Like, yeah, son, addiction comes in many forms, and most definitely stop trying to pass the bullshit off as if, you know, it's just some regular shit. Admit it to yourself, like, you know, that most definitely there is an issue at hand, and work on trying to solve that shit to where it's no longer detrimental to your life, because that shit, at the end of the day, it's only momentary happiness. I know for a fact every time that I got twisted, every time I got drunk all those years ago, it only lasted until, you know, the liquor faded out of my system, or I went to sleep and I woke up and I no longer had to deal with, you know, I was no longer, you know, drunk and shit like that. When it came to the weed, it lasted until yet again I went to sleep, or the weed faded away, and that was it. Like, that shit is only momentary. It's only good for that moment. Once that shit is gone, now it's back to reality. Like, definitely try and find better ways to manage whatever it is that you're dealing with. This shit is not worth it. From living through it, this shit is not worth it. I understand the appeal 100%, but this shit is not worth it in the long run, and that's really what you have to fucking think about. Because for what? I started smoking for 3 years. 3 years I had to sit right there and be like, damn, son, how many times did I come to you at work and we have conversations, I'm like, damn, son, I wish I could get this job, I wish I could do this, I wish I could do that. But then I had to sit right there and think, damn, son, I got all this fucking weed in my system, I gotta fucking wait for that. And then I'd say that, and then go home. As soon as I fucking go home, go blaze my fucking face off. Like, as much as these vices, as they fucking help you feel good in the moment, son, they are not worth it in the long run. And that's really what people got to think about. If you admit to yourself, you know, there's an issue, it's going to be a journey, it's something that you're going to have to fight, and think about the fucking long run. Can't keep turning to these vices and shit like that. I'm crying. That's a fact. Like, just think about the fucking long run. These shits is not worth it. This shit is only temporary. It's only good for the moment. Like, there's definitely a better way out there, and you have to have the, you know, the energy and the willpower, and the drive to go out and go find that. Shit will not be easy. Shit will not be like, you know, shit will not happen overnight. And this is one thing that I've been trying to stress to people, simply because I've had to deal with it myself in my own way. Like, change and shit like that will not happen overnight. None of that shit will happen overnight. Shit is not like that stuff. Niggas ain't Thanos. Niggas can't snap the fucking fingers and shit just change just like that. Like, you're going to have a fight. Shit will be a struggle, but at the end of the day, you will be a better person once everything is said and done. You will be a stronger person after everything is said and done.